Welcome to our channel, Bravo News. Silence before the storm. The morning sun was rising over the rolling fields of Gallatin, Missouri, but for Cole McBee, it felt like the light had been stolen from the world. The ranch, usually alive with the sounds of cattle and the metallic clang of work beginning, seemed frozen in time. Even the horses stood strangely still, as if they too knew something was wrong. Cole stood on the porch of the farmhouse, leaning heavily against the railing. His calloused hands, once steady from years of work, trembled as he tried to sip his coffee. For days, he had been holding on to the news, waiting for the right moment, dreading the storm that would follow when it broke. The cameras had been following the McBee family for months, capturing their every triumph and every fight. But this wasn't television. This was grief, real and raw. And Cole knew it was time to tell the truth. The call that shattered the night. It was just past midnight 3 nights earlier when Cole's phone rang. At first, he thought it was one of his brothers, Stephen maybe, calling to argue about ranch business. But when he answered, he heard his cousin's voice on the other end, choked and broken. "Cole, it's Aunt Lorraine. She's gone." The words slammed into him like a truck. He had to sit down, gripping the edge of the bed with white knuckles. Aunt Lorraine wasn't just another family member. She had been the heart of the McBee clan, the one who taught them to ride, who baked pies every Sunday after church, and who reminded the brothers that love had to outweigh rivalry. Cole didn't respond right away. His throat closed up, his chest ached, and tears threatened to break. Finally, he whispered, "I'll handle it." But what did handling it even mean? How could he explain to the world that the McBee dynasty had lost its soul? The family in mourning. By sunrise, the news had spread across the ranch. Christy, the matriarch, had barely been able to stand when Cole told her. She collapsed into a chair at the kitchen table, sobbing, whispering Lorraine's name like a prayer. Stephen, the eldest son, reacted with rage. He slammed his fist against the table, sending plates rattling. No, not Lorraine. She was stronger than all of us combined. Jesse sat in silence, pale and withdrawn, staring at the floor as though if he didn't speak, the news wouldn't be real. Even Calla, who had grown into the family more recently, wept quietly in the corner, knowing how much Lorraine had meant to everyone. Cole felt their eyes on him. As the middle brother, he had always been the peacemaker, the one who carried burdens no one else wanted. And now, he was carrying the heaviest burden of all, telling the world. The cameras keep rolling. The McBees were no strangers to being filmed. Since the McBee dynasty premiered, the family had lived their lives in front of Bravo's cameras, their feuds and reconciliations laid bare for millions of viewers. But this wasn't television. This was grief. Real and raw. And Cole knew it was time to tell the truth. Cole's confession. Later that day, Cole sat on the porch where Lorraine once rocked in her favorite chair. The cameras positioned themselves quietly, no crew chatter, no lights. Just him, the ranch, and the truth. He took off his hat, holding it in his lap. His eyes brimmed with tears as he looked straight into the lens. Today, I have to share something that's breaking me apart. Our family lost someone we thought we could never lose. Aunt Lorraine passed away. She wasn't just our aunt. She was our protector, our teacher, and the glue that held us together. His voice cracked, but he didn't stop. She taught me how to ride my first horse. She told me to never give up on family, no matter how bad things got. And she loved us, even when we didn't deserve it. I don't know how to move forward without her, But I know she'd want us to keep fighting, to keep building, to keep loving. Behind him, the ranch bell rang once, a tradition Lorraine had started to mark the beginning of every new season. Memories that haunt the barn. That evening, Cole found himself wandering into the old red barn. The smell of hay, the creak of wood, the horses shifting restlessly, all of it triggered a flood of memories. Lorraine used to stand right here, arms crossed, her smile wide as she barked encouragement at the boys. "Come on, Cole, don't baby that horse. Show her who's in charge. You're gonna fall, Stephen, but you'll get back up, and that's what matters." Her voice still echoed against the walls, though she was gone. Cole leaned against the stall, his throat tightening as tears finally spilled down his cheeks. For so long he had played the strong one, the mediator between brothers, the quiet backbone of the family. But in this barn, with no one watching, he let the grief swallow him. And yet, even then, the cameras lingered at the edge of the barn doors. They didn't intrude, but Cole could feel them there, recording his pain for the world. Community comes calling. Word spread quickly through Gallatin. By the next morning, trucks and cars began pulling up to the ranch. Neighbors, friends, church members all came bearing casseroles, flowers, and tearful hugs. "Your aunt was the kindest woman I ever knew," Mrs. Thompson said, pressing Cole's hand. "She once sat with me all night when my husband was in the hospital." "She saved my crop one year," another man said, wiping his eyes. "Loaned me hay when I couldn't afford it." The McBee ranch became a gathering place for mourning. The family felt the weight of Lorraine's absence, but they also saw the enormity of her impact. She hadn't just shaped them, she had shaped the whole town. Christy, though broken, found strength in the community's embrace. For a moment, even the cameras felt invisible, swallowed by the sheer human weight of shared grief. Brothers at war. But grief didn't erase the McBee brothers' old rivalries. If anything, it sharpened them. Late one night, Stephen and Jesse erupted into a shouting match in the kitchen. "You think Cole should be the one to speak for us all? He let the damn cameras in while we're grieving." Jesse shot back, his face red. "At least he had the guts to say something. You just sit here pissed off at the world." Cole walked in, exhausted, his voice hoarse. "This isn't about us. It's about her." But Stephen's glare was unrelenting. "You turned our pain into a TV moment, Cole. Don't act like you did this for her." Cole's jaw tightened. He didn't respond, but the wound cut deep. He had thought he was honoring Lorraine. Now he wondered if he had betrayed her instead. Christy's confession. Later that night, Christy sat with Calla in the living room. The lights were dim, and for once, the cameras kept their distance. Christy's voice trembled as she spoke. "I didn't tell Lorraine everything I should have. We had our fights, same as me and the boys. I thought I'd have more time to fix it, and now I never will." Calla reached over, taking her hand. "She knew you loved her. Everyone did." But Christy shook her head, tears rolling down her face. "I should have said it more. I should have made sure she knew." For the matriarch who always tried to hold her family together, regret now weighed heavier than grief. The burden of leadership. As the days passed, Cole found himself taking on responsibilities no one else wanted. Funeral arrangements, phone calls to relatives, planning a service that could hold both the family's private grief and the community's need to say goodbye. Each task felt like lifting a boulder, but Cole pushed through. He stayed up late writing a eulogy, scratching out words until his hand cramped. Sometimes he broke down mid-sentence, but he kept writing. Lorraine deserved nothing less. And though Stephen and Jesse argued constantly, even they eventually turned to Cole for direction. Whether he wanted it or not, He had become the leader. Old wounds resurface. The night before the funeral, another fight erupted. This time, it wasn't just about the cameras. It was about inheritance. Stephen accused Jesse of caring more about money than Mourning. Jesse shot back that Stephen was using grief as a weapon to control the ranch. Cole exploded. "Stop it! Do you even hear yourselves? We're burying Lorraine tomorrow, and all you can think about is land and pride?" The room fell silent. For the first time, his brother saw just how close Cole was to breaking. Fans react. When Cole's announcement aired weeks later, fans across the country were devastated. Social media flooded with messages. "Cried my eyes out. Aunt Lorraine was the real star of the show." Cole has